Okay. All right. At long last, spoiler free. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna no spoilers. Um, my brain is all over the map. It's all over the place. Um, I want to do this I don't want to do this a disservice. So I thought about writing some stuff down, but then I was like, man, just go stream of consciousness. Go see Black Panther, whether you're black or not, whatever color you are, go see it. Um, there's so many layers to this film. There's so many layers. Now let me say super shout out to Kaya Karam in Philly. Listen, Wakanda ain't a real place, and I know it. Okay, and anybody else, Wakanda in the movie is not a real place. I can't tell you how many people I've run into that think, oh, that Wakanda is a real place. I ain't gonna say who these people are, but I've had it happen where they think Wakanda is a real place. Wakanda is a fictional place that doesn't exist. I want to say too that Marvel Comics came up with the place. I think that's one of the saddest parts, I think, of, and I'll get into this later, the saddest part for me in the film is that Wakanda is not a real place. And I know it's not. It's a fictitious place. But anyway, also Ruth Carter, the costume designer, amazing job, great pageantry. The continuity of the costumes was just majestic. Absolutely majestic. Storyline. I'll get into the other layers. I'm just talk. I'm just gonna just like let his blah. Just may make sense. It may not. Storyline. Engaging the entire time. The way that the movie when the movie opens up, where in the city of Oakland, it's dope. It's really incredible. Again, that's not a spoiler. It's just true. You know how when you're watching a film and you really legitimately, without any trying, you're really like, I wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder what's going to happen next. Okay. Now what? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of those. And then you wind up and the movie's about to be over. And I want to remind everybody, I don't have to, but I'd like to remind everybody, this is a Marvel film. This is like the 19th one, I think. We've been doing this for a while. This is the 19th Marvel film. And I think that is a key component. Ryan Coogler, his thumbprint is all over this film. You're going to feel you're going to have an experience with Ryan Coogler through the instrument of a Marvel film that's called Black Panther. The acting is great. The dialogue is great. Let me move this out of the way. Let me just get this out of the way, because it's like right here. The way I felt, and I'm talking in two ways. As a black man in America, I'm talking, but I'm also going to talk as just an American, just a person that lives in America. As a black man, I remember hearing that Barack Obama was gonna run for president. I really didn't, to be honest, I didn't really think he was gonna win. And I kind of thought, because of the way things go, they're probably gonna do like once the votes come in, it's gonna be like, it's close. Oh, Barack Obama didn't win. Oh, I say it again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does. I was expecting that, and when he won, I remember actually feeling like he won. And I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Now, whether you appreciate or don't appreciate his policies or whatever, forget about that. The time when he ran and he won the presidency and got elected, that was a really sweet moment, of dignity, regality, pride, you know. That's as a black person. Seeing someone like, wow, like of his caliber that, you know, was a black man made it. That was really relevant. And you, again, you don't know, I thought he was going to get assassinated, but aside from all of that, you wondered how it's going to work out. So when I heard about Black Panther, I was like, oh, they're going to pull the plug on it or something like that. And then actually to see the movie and it work, and it actually worked. Like, you know, and at the end of, you know, again, however you feel about Barack Obama's policies, he went 8 years with no, you know, with no buffoonery, no scandals, no, you know what I'm saying? He made it. And the end of the film, of this film, felt like that, like, oh man, good run. Might not be the top movie of all time, you know, but it was perfect. I can't think of anything that was wrong with it. There was no slow parts. There was no, you're like, oh, none of that. It was a good film. Now, pulling the plug a little bit on the black part, I asked myself, why is it such a concern that I'm so proud of a black film? Because nobody makes a big deal, and Goodfellas is one of my favorite films of all time, but nobody makes a big deal when it's an all Italian cast. That's common. Like, it's about gangsters. Some of it's real, some of it's fantasy, some of it's based on, you know, based on real life, you know, but it's a fantasy film. So it's a whole, you know, Godfather, Goodfellas, any of those, an entire Italian cast. And I'm sure that there are some Italians that watch that with pride, like, yo, my culture. Okay, I see my culture. Yup, they do talk like that. They do eat like that. They do have, you know, passing plates of tomatoes around and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure that there's that. Or even any type of a, you know, a film like, you know, with all Asian cast. This is a black film. All black people. And that's cool. You know what I mean? That's good, and it's done well. It's beautiful. It's excellent. You know, it's a serious film. It's a serious action film. It's not like, you know, you know what I mean? There's funny parts in it, but it's not like Blank Man or I'm Gonna Get You Sucker or nothing like that. It's actually a formidable film. You know, because I'm not into dividing people, black and white and all that other stuff. It's just I'm acknowledging the fact that it's an all-black film and it was done really well, and I celebrate it as that. Nobody made a big deal, you know, because a lady friend that lives next door in my apartment complex was like, yo, you know, white lady, she's like, yo, you know, how's the movie? And I told her, and she was like, you know, man, I'm just kind of nervous about, you know, whatever the son Mikey wants to be for Halloween. I'm like, well, why are you worried about what he wants to be for Halloween? Because he probably wants to be the Black Panther. I'm like, so? Like, I grew up dressing up as Superman and Batman. Those are white dudes. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? So what's wrong with a white kid dressing up like the Prince of Wakanda? So anyway, I think that the film just does a whole lot of questions. It opens for a lot of questions and dialogue. Man, I don't want to give nothing away. It was a rich experience, You're going to want to see it more, like you're going to want to see it a couple of times like you did The Matrix the first time you see it, because there's a lot of things that you see optically that are just like, yo, you're putting these things together. Man, okay, whoa. So you're going to want to see it a couple of times. Worth the money, bang up cast. I would encourage anybody, Jimmy Patch, are you watching? You like to say stuff. Yo, what's wrong with it? Tell me what's wrong with Black Panther, like as a film. Forget the black and white. I'm just saying Black Panther was a good movie. Black Panther was a good movie about a fantasy place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I give it like 6 glasses of milk, man, all day. Sorry this video is long. Sorry it's all over the place. I hope you have a great time seeing it. Leave comments if you want to. Yeah, man. T'Challa, he did it. So did Ryan Coogler.